Albert Pike, born 1809 and died in 1891. His many titles included Sovereign Grand Commander of the Supreme Council of the 33rd Degree, Mother Council of the World, and Supreme Pontiff of Universal Freemasonry. So here is a man that was the most high-ranked Freemason that there ever was. So if we ever wanted to hear or find out something about Freemasonry, or who controls Freemasonry, or what it is about, or what is the agenda of Freemasonry and the elite division of Freemasonry, which is Illuminati, if we really want to get answers, we need to go to the most high-ranked hierarchy source, and that would be the man Albert Pike. 1871 by Albert Pike, page 814 to 821. The Templars were gravely accused of spitting upon Christ and denying God at their receptions of gross obscenities, conversations with female devils, and the worship of a monstrous idol. He goes on to say, Morals and Dogma, page 817, the Templars, like all other secret orders and associations, had two doctrines, one concealed and one reserved for the masters, which was Johannism. The other public, which was the Roman Catholic Church. So here he says, as we said in the first video, there is a concealed inner dimension, which he calls Johannism. Johannism, what he's basically saying is Johannism is the esoteric circle of Roman Catholicism. And he says that the Roman Catholic Church, or Roman Catholicism, or Papal Rome, is the outside or the exoteric part of this whole system, this institution, which we believe is the Antichrist system. So insider Johannism, the inside part, and the exterior or the exoteric part, which is Roman Catholicism. So can we find a link between Freemasonry and Roman Catholicism? Can we find a link between the world religions, the big five, Hinduism, Christianity, Buddhism, Islam, Judaism? Can we find a link between all the major five world religions and Rome? So what is the purpose behind this insider Johannism, the inside dimension of the whole system, the outside being Roman Catholicism? What is the agenda of this insider Johannism? The agenda is, the whole motive and intention for this is for Lucifer to channel worship back to him. So he starts from the outside to what is marketed on the outside to the Goyim. Remember the Goyim, the masses, the people that don't have the insider information. So it's marketed as a church or Christianity, in this sense the Roman Catholic Church. This is Satan's way of channeling the worship all the way back towards him. If we wanted to get a deeper, greater understanding into what is really the intention of these elite small minority that are controlling the masses, they are basically a very small group that we can ask that really know. People that were right at the top of the hierarchy ranked in these institutions. One is Albert Pike, the highest ranked Freemason. Another would be Helena, Petrovna, Blavatsky of the Theosophical Society. The whole New Age movement, as we said, literally comes from there. It's a spirituality. And then another one would be Amy Besant, and another one would be Alice A. Bailey. So those four individuals, these are very high ranked people in the occult, which will be able to tell us what is really going on behind the scenes here. So the book Morals and Dogma by Albert Pike is a book. It's the Masonic Bible, and you can only obtain that Bible and look inside and read the hidden ancient insider secrets of the ancient world. You can only obtain that book when you become a 33-degree Freemason. When you're a 33-degree Freemason, then you will begin given access to Morals and Dogma. Here we have a diagram by Gary H. Carr, En route to global occupation. He shows a very detailed layout of secret societies and how it started from antiquity, from the ancient world, even before ancient Egypt. Here we have ancient mystery religions, and you will see how he explains that Babylon, Egypt, India, Persia, Greece, etc. all were forms of pantheism. Now, pantheism is the ancient religious belief that God is in everything. God is in a tree, God is in a coffee mug, God is in your car, God is on your shirt, God is in everywhere. You'll see that pantheism is very present within the New Age movement today. We'll get there eventually, but here he says ancient mystery religions. So all the ancient religions, or the ancient empires from Babylon, Egypt, India, Persia, Greece, etc. all forms of pantheism which has its roots in the ancient mystery religions. And from there then it stems out to witchcraft, sorcery, divination, spiritualism, the occult, occult practices, Eastern religions, Hinduism, Buddhism, all these find their roots in the ancient mystery religions from antiquity. Next, he puts Kabbalism, that is an ancient Jewish mystic spirituality from ancient Judaism and even way before that. The Kabbalistic teachings is a sect from normal Judaism where they've mystified and they brought in secret mystical teachings from the ancient world. From there we have Gnosticism. Gnosticism, the belief that Jesus, although the Spirit of Christ came upon a man, that everything physical is sinful, therefore Jesus couldn't have been a physical man in a physical body. It was just a spirit that came upon him at certain times. From Gnosticism, then we find the Knights Templars, actually originates from the Temple of Solomon, but the Knights Templars are still very much present in the Freemasonry today. So from the Knights Templars we get the Rosicrucians, and from the Rosicrucians we get Freemasonry and Illuminati, which is an elite division of Freemasonry. Many people say, "Oh, Illuminati is just a conspiracy." Not so. We're gonna see that they are very, very much real. They're just an elite form of Freemasonry. Freemasonry, Illuminati, comes from something much greater, as we can see as we go up this ladder, as it all draws its roots or finds its roots in ancient mystery religions, even back to the Tower of Babel with King Nimrod. So here we see on the left we have Marxism, which actually comes from Freemasonry. That might be shocking to some of you. Also the American and European secret political societies. So the political world also comes or is controlled by Freemasonry and the Illuminati. We also have the international banking elite. The major banks, the Federal Reserve Bank, is all controlled by Masonry and the Illuminati. Here we see the World Council of Churches, also part of Freemasonry, or Freemasonry responsible or controlling the World Council of Churches. We touched on that a little bit in the first video, how Rome has created this counter-reformation called the Jesuits and sent their secret ministers by stealth into the church world, into the Protestant world, to bring in secretly damnable heresies as warned by the apostles in the Bible. They will secretly bring in damnable heresies, these false ministers of light. And when they infiltrate the Protestant world, the church world, whether you Methodist, Baptist, Catholic, Southern Baptist, Episcopalian, Presbyterian, Charismatic, Pentecostal, Word of Faith, Prophetic, these Jesuits were specifically sent in to infiltrate the very core doctrines, faith and belief of these church denominations and movements, so that they can slowly steer them back towards Rome, back to the Antichrist system. And we mentioned that the founder of the Jesuit order, Ignatius of Loyola. Then we see on the right-hand side here, we mentioned that witchcraft, sorcery, divination all comes from ancient mystery religions. Here we see that the World Council of Churches has links to the New Age movement. So here we see from Freemasonry, Illuminati, we begin to see who are the creators or the inventors of the New Age movement, which is infiltrating the Christian church today, creeping into the Pentecostal charismatic church like a serpent. So here we see where it originates from. There's an intention behind it. It's not just free spiritual people going around, "Oh, we New Age, we practice this, we free spirits." No. There's an intention behind it. It finds its roots in Freemasonry and the Illuminati. So from Freemasonry stems out what we call the Theosophical Society, a very spiritualistic cult or spiritual sect, which was established by Helena, Petrovna, Blavatsky. And then also from Illuminati comes many cults of the 1800s that stemmed out from Freemasonry as well. And then from there we see it ends up in the New Age movement, which is really what the enemy wants to use as the one world religion, which is going to come from Papal Rome. The Digest of Masonic Law 207 to 209. Masonry has nothing to do with the Bible. It is not founded upon the Bible, for if it were, it would not be Masonry, it would be something else. So they're very clearly Freemasonry for those who think, oh, it's a very good Christian charitable organization. No. That's for the Goyim, the uninitiates. But this man is telling you, this is from the highest ranked Freemason. He says Freemasonry has nothing to do with the Bible.